The immigration counter at Narita closes, the sliding doors open, and you step into the arrivals hall. Immediately, you are facing a sea of signs in a script you cannot read. You can still make your way around. The major transit lines and central stations have solid English signage. You can navigate the train system and get to your neighborhood without saying a single word. If you stick to the major corridors around Shibuya and Shinjuku, you'll find a thick English safety net. Chain restaurants have picture menus, and the tourist infrastructure is built to accommodate the language gap. You will survive in this environment perfectly fine. But while you can physically move through Tokyo, you remain trapped in a highly curated, translated version of the city. Japanese service culture is incredibly attentive and warm, but that warmth operates almost entirely through language. Walk into a convenience store, and the clerk will likely offer a gentle greeting or ask a quick question. With zero Japanese vocabulary, you give nothing back. Staying silent in these moments doesn't make you explicitly rude. It just renders you completely invisible. You are a non-participant in a daily social exchange. Entering the social life of Tokyo requires finding a way past this layer of invisibility. This chart maps the relationship between your vocabulary and city access. The realistic threshold for a comfortable daily life is 200 to 400 functional phrases. This marks the point where you step into neighborhoods where English is no longer the default. In neighborhoods like Yanaka, family-run shops rely on functional vocabulary, taking extra time to help you rather than waving you toward an English menu. Sit down at an independent izakaya where the menu is a chalkboard in kanji, and the English safety net disappears entirely. Your effort to use the local language here is consistently rewarded with patience and genuine connection. These phrases are the tools required to move from the major transit hubs into the local streets where Tokyo actually lives. In this diagram of Japanese speech registers, the middle masu and des forms aren't high-level formalities. They are the mandatory baseline for speaking to strangers. Relying on the plain verbs at the bottom, which many apps teach first, sounds extremely abrupt, like barking in order. The single most important tool in your expat kit is the word sumimasen. It attracts attention, it apologizes to strangers, and expresses gratitude for inconvenience. You also have to learn active listening. In Japanese, conversation has a structured back and forth. Producing constant back-channel sounds, like nodding your head or saying things like "so desu ne," are structural requirements to prove you are actually participating. Mastering these specific social mechanics and politeness markers will break your isolation far faster than memorizing a massive dictionary. Before you pack your bags, discard any standard language apps that prioritize words for the weather, colors, and days of the week. Those won't help you navigate your first week. Instead, mandate the immediate study of the hiragana alphabet. Relying on inconsistent Romanized text will actively ruin your pronunciation, while learning to read hiragana pays off immediately. Your ultimate pre-flight benchmark is simple. Be able to walk into a convenience store, buy an item, receive your change, and say thank you without ever switching to English. The goal is not to achieve fluency before boarding the plane. You just need a strong enough foundation that the city itself can take over teaching you once you land. To build this exact city-focused foundation, you should be using Street Tongue. It bypasses generic classroom sentences entirely. Street Tongue teaches you the real neighborhood context you need. It focuses heavily on the essential masu forms and provides precise pronunciation scoring, so you arrive sounding like a person, not a textbook. Click the link on screen or in the description below to download the Street Tongue app and start preparing for your arrival. Which Tokyo neighborhood are you most excited to explore, and what will your first Japanese phrase be? Let us know in the comments below.